This is a Fritzy here, back today with our How to Play. Today we're looking at how to play the game ORC, which is one of these little games from Chris Handy and Perplexed, part of the Paco Game series. This is number 9 in whatever series this is. It says War is Ugly. And this is all about these different clans that we have in here, these orcs, and you're going to be using these orc clans to try and dominate territories and earn the most victory points in this strategy game for 2 players. You need to carefully plan your attacks and balance your hand of orcs in order to beat your opponent and win. It says it only takes about 5 minutes to play, and it's for ages 8 and up, and again 2 players. And in it, you get a bunch of orcs. There are 6 different colors / territories: green, white, purple, blue, and red and yellow. I'm trying to find a red yellow one for a very specific reason. There it is. Those are the ones you have. Now, important to note, each card has on one side 2 orcs with the 2 dots or 2 little stars to symbolize that, and the other side 1 orc with 1 symbol to symbolize that. And so each card has 2 different territories, 2 orcs in 1 territory and 1 in the other territory. You will choose a dealer who will pull out 3 cards that have all 6 colors on them, just like this. And we'll set them up like this. Well, I'll be one player, the other player can be over here. And then, or maybe we should just keep it like this. And we can mix up the other cards. They do have these little spears on the other side. Shuffle everything up. Then, and this is our battle line, as it's called. We're going to deal out stockpiles of 4 cards to each space on either side of the territory. So it's going to look something like that. You'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, at any point in time that one of these stockpiles is depleted, that will end the game. And you're going to have 3 cards left over. And you're also going to take the box, put it on this side, and the box is going to be there for basically tiebreakers. Let me just shift everything over here. So whoever, so now what's going to happen is the non-dealer is going to choose to either take 1 card or 2 cards from these remaining ones. If the non-dealer takes 1, they will be the first player, and then I would be the second player. If they take 2, then I would be the first player, and they would be the second player. So maybe they take 2 to start off with. So they're going to be playing this on 2 phases, basically. First, we're going to deploy our orcs. And so we have to play these onto a territory that has not been conquered, according to the following deployment laws. And you can, instead, if I decide I don't want to play this one, I can simply discard it and, draw a different card. But what you're going to do for the most part is you will deploy 1 card. The deployment rules, if I can find them, are as follows. You must play a card in the battle line with either end facing you, so like this, for example. And it's going to show whether there's 1 or 2 orcs at the top of the card. It must be a different race than what is here. That means I cannot play this one here because it's green. I can't play the purple one here, but I could play this one here, or anywhere basically. So maybe I put this purple one here, like so. Once you play a race at a territory, you can only play that race at that territory. But you can also place it somewhere else. So I can only put purple cards here, but I can also put purple cards here or here, another place if I really want to. It also must be a different race than your opponent. So if my opponent had purple here, I couldn't play a purple. I would have to play green, for example. And again, like I said, like I kind of mentioned, you can deploy the same orc race to more than one territory. So I could put purple over here if I want. Obviously not where purple is. But you don't have to do that. And again, if you have no legal deployment choices, you can just discard and then draw another card from any stockpile. Once you deploy a card, you will draw weapons. You can draw from any stockpile. If you deploy 2 orcs, you will draw 1 card. If you deploy 1 orc, you must draw 2 cards. I deployed 1, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to draw, let's say I draw this one and this one into my hand. And if, a stockpile, if there's nothing left to draw at the end of the game, you might not be able to draw a second one. So then my opponent's going to go, maybe he plays this red one here, and he draws 2 cards because he deployed 1. But I'm going to go, maybe I deploy this white one here, and I get to draw 1 card as a result. Then he deploys this yellow one here, for example, gets to draw a couple of cards. Then I will go, maybe I deploy the yellow one here and draw a couple of cards. Then he deploys, let's say, a green one here. And he's going to deploy a couple of cards because there's a 1. Then maybe I deploy this 2 purple and draw 1 card. Then maybe he deploys 1 white over here, and he draws a couple of cards. His stockpile, of course, is now depleted. Then I'm going to go and maybe I play this one here. And I will draw a couple of cards. And they're going to play one. Maybe they play this one here, and they just draw 1 card. Then I'm going to go. I will, let's say, deploy this green one here. Let me draw a couple of cards. And we're coming to the end here. Once one of these stockpiles is depleted, that will end things. So my opponent is going to end things here. Let's just say he plays this purple here. Why not? And he draws a card. Now, once stockpile is completely depleted, that brings to an end the game. Well, the first part. We're now going to go into a territory battle. But only at where this stockpile has been depleted. So actually we have 2 that have been depleted. I apologize. So we're going to have a territory battle where this is depleted. Just where it's depleted. And then we continue basically and so what's going to happen is we're going to see who has the most value. I have a 2. He has a 1. That means I win this battle. And I'll flip this down and we'll take this one out of the game. As for this one, he's going to win this one. So we'll take those out of the game and he gets that battle. So then we continue. I think he just went, so I'm going to go and I will play this. I had a second yellow one here. Play this 2 blue here, letting me draw a couple of cards. I'll draw this one and this one, actually. Actually, it's just one card, right, that I draw, because it was a 2. So it's just one card. This is depleted. I have 3. He has 2. Looking at the dots, so I win this battle. We can discard those. And he's going to go. He plays this white one here and takes this card. And so this is depleted, so we're going to see who wins. He has 2 white. I have 1 yellow. That means he wins. We'll give him a spear. We'll discard the rest. And then I'm going to go. I will play 1 here. And I'll draw a card. I'll draw 2 cards, actually, because it's 2 cards. And because he doesn't have anything there, I just automatically win. And in this one, I have 3, he has 1, so I also win. That is, in general, what's going to happen. If there is ever a tie, let's say we had 1 and 1, and we were tied, we would look to see who won the next one on the side of the box. That's why the box is there, to break ties. So if this was tied and I had won this one, I would also claim that one. So that's why the box is there, is to break up ties. Once all star piles are depleted, the game is over. And now we're going to reveal the cards in our hand and score our points. So this isn't over just yet, but we're going to score points based on what we have in our hands. You get 2 points for a conquered territory that has 2 orcs on the card. 1 point for a conquered territory that has 1 orc on the card, and 1 point for each orc that is a native or matching in color to your conquered territories. So I'm going to get 1 point for each purple and each blue, since they are, I have them. Actually, let me just verify that. Just bear with me a second here, because it's very... Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to look at these orcs here, the dots, and see, you know, we're going to add them up. So for 2 orcs, for 2 dots, 2 orcs, you get 2 points for 1, you get 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And then I have 1 green, that's 7, 8 to yellow, 9 to red, 10, 11, 12, 13 with the white. So I would have 13 points if I'm doing this correctly. They have 1, 2, 3, and then they would count these up. 4, 5, 6, 7 is what they have. So I would win. If there's a tie, you're going to look to see who won the battle closest to the box. That would be me, and I would win on a tiebreaker. That's the gist of the game. Just a little battle. You're putting out cards and trying to collect cards as well to try and win these battles in the end and score the most points. It's a neat little game. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching, and check out perplex.com.